Hi there, Lee. My name's Andrew and I work here at IELTSpodcast.com with Ben and the others. Thank you and well done for getting your first essays in, and good stuff in completing this much of the course so far. I do hope you're enjoying it. So what we do with these essays is read through sentence by sentence and offer you some corrections and guidance towards producing good academic writing. What you should do to be most effective is correct your own work using these recordings to enable you to spot your own mistakes. As this is your first essay, it will probably take a little longer than normal to correct it, because people tend to come in first with quite a few mistakes. But let's begin. Let's take it sentence by sentence and see where we are. So this is the first one. So nowadays it is common to see that children prefer electronic devices instead of reading books. I would say it is common to see that children prefer using electronic devices instead of reading books. So what we could do here is condense this into one sentence by saying, while some people believe that enjoyable activities better develop skills and imagination, I firmly believe the opposite is true. But we need to encompass reading in there as well, don't we? So it's still good to use the while statement. While some people believe that enjoyable activities better develop skills and imagination than reading, I firmly believe the opposite. When we use a while statement and a comma, we say while this is the opposite. This essay will discuss both issues using examples, such as we try not to use brand names in academic writing. It's fine just to say video games consoles. So this essay will discuss both issues using examples such as video games consoles to demonstrate points and support arguments. So, first sentence here should be general and introductory. We could say, firstly, it is clear that there are high-quality products or high-quality technology products on the market today that can be enjoyed by both children and adults. However, in my personal view, these can never replace reading for the purposes of developing imagination. We must be specific. A recent study by an American university claims that children that spend what is too much time? We need to give a specific number. So is too much time more than 20 hours each week? Or is it more than 15 hours each week? We don't know. Be specific with your examples. Children who spend more than 20 hours each week playing video games tend to be more violent and less creative. This is due to the fact that everything is displayed on screen. Let's say this is due to the fact that everything is scripted and displayed on screen. In other words, no imagination is required. Secondly, so this is too long. You have too many commas in here and we need to break this up into a couple of sentences. So what we're going to say is, secondly, certain important skills can only be improved by reading, full stop. More specifically, language skills and imagination, language skills and imagination must be utilised in order to engage properly with the book. For example, a child reading a novel must imagine places, faces, voices and clothes based entirely on text-based descriptions. Therefore, in my opinion, reading remains better than enjoyable activities in developing skills and imagination. Or reading remains more valuable. To conclude, even in a competitive market, technology remains behind reading regarding the development of skills. Although many claim that books are decreasing in popularity, I believe that reading can always be an enjoyable activity if people are well motivated. So we just need a little bit on the end there to explain why you believe reading can always be enjoyable. Because not everyone is going to believe that, and it's not always going to be true. So we need to make sure that we specify in which cases it is going to be true. But let's move on to your second essay. So Google Documents has split this, so I'm going to have to do this at some point, but I'm sure you'll be okay with that. So we could say here, our drawback of living in the internet era is that family members communicate less. I believe that this is a significant problem in our modern society. This essay will discuss both points of view, using examples from instant messenger platforms and video streaming services to demonstrate points and support arguments. Let's save the specific names for in the body paragraphs, and let's just describe what they are in the introduction. Firstly, the wide array of apps developed to improve communication, such as WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger, have many side effects. Full stop. More specifically, they reduce the amount of time that people have to pay attention they reduce the amount of time that people have for those closest to them in favor of those far away. Despite the fact that these apps have made communication easier and cheaper, they have been detrimental to communication within families. For example, in a home in which each person has their own smartphone, communication is very little, or face-to-face communication is very little, even though they live under the same roof. Thus, the internet, especially combined with the smartphone, is harmful to familial interaction. Let's have a look at this one. I would say instead of screen media, because it doesn't really refer specifically to what it is you're trying to say, I would say screen-based entertainment media. So we're talking about things like video games and videos, I assume. So, secondly, the prevalence of screen-based entertainment media is presenting a myriad of problems for familial communication. Insofar as tablets and other devices are becoming more popular, parents are gradually losing control over their children. To illustrate this point, research by which British institution is it? Who did this research? Research by this British institution reveals that more and more infants have access to a device with internet in their early years, and parents oftentimes are leaving educational tasks or leaving their educational responsibilities to programs and software. In many families, a child may watch YouTube for 4 or 5 hours a day, which becomes a strong habit, which threatens the communication between parents and their children. To conclude, I agree that communication within the homes of our modern society has decreased over the years. But I also believe that it is up to us to change this scenario, beginning with our own homes. Good. I would say that your only real issue here is smoothing and formalizing your grammar. You clearly do have a wide range of vocabulary, and you have no problems whatsoever coming up with ideas and presenting your ideas. But we just need to get your sentences to flow a little better. But thankfully, we have another 3 sets of essays to correct. So you get busy with those, and I will speak to you as soon as possible. Thanks for this, Lee. Speak soon.